Alright, well, it's very good to see you all here. I'm here to tell you a bit about a project that I co-founded. It's the Vegan Challenge. But first I'll tell you a bit more about me. My name is Alynda. I'm a social psychology student here at Utrecht University. I went vegan in 2008. Most people think that vegans are super healthy and get superpowers and all, but unfortunately I woke up with a very bad cold this morning, so it's not my usual state, but it will do for today. I'm interested in vegan outreach and activism since 2010, which is when I started my blog. Maybe some of you know it. It's the Plantaardige Keuken. Oh, I can use this as well. And in 2013 I was chosen as one of the Duurzame Jonge 100, Sustainable Young 100, a list of innovative young people. And like I said, I'm one of the founders and currently the team manager of the Vegan Challenge. The Vegan Challenge started as my dream, and today I want to tell you a bit about how you can turn your dream into a project as big as the Vegan Challenge is nowadays. So what is this Vegan Challenge actually? Has anyone of you heard of it? Oh, quite a few. Cool. Okay, well, for those who don't know it yet, with the Vegan Challenge participants go vegan for 30 days. They do this with our complete menus. They receive the menus every day in an email newsletter. And in the newsletter is also tips and tricks like what cookies can you buy, what restaurants can you go to, what to say to your friends and family. And there are also many activities in the Vegan Challenge month throughout the entire country. And there is a big online community on Facebook mostly. We just had an edition in October last month, and there were almost 2,300 participants. This was an all-time record because this was the 5th edition, and in the 4 former editions there were almost 6,000 unique participants. So if you do the math, you see this was a really successful edition in October. Here you see our website. It's a beautiful website built by a great IT team, one of which is also here tonight. Maurits helped building the website. The entire project is for free. And what we do is that we give people the toolbox to teach them how to eat vegan. We don't want to tell people like, oh, you shouldn't do this or you shouldn't do that. We just want people who are already motivated to go vegan to give them the how-to. Why did it stop working? Oh, that's fine. So here you see an example of our menu. With our menus we try to stick to a regular Dutch menu as much as possible. So there's bread for breakfast, or maybe oatmeal or yogurt, soy yogurt of course. And a salad or soup or bread for lunch, and then a dinner that's also familiar for people. The menus are balanced but not focused on health, because we think that it's important to eat pies and cookies as well. Here you see our body map, because people can kind of feel lonely if they start their journey to becoming vegan. So we invented the body map, and you see a distinction between pink and green markers. The pink markers are new vegans who are attending a challenge, and the green markers are more experienced vegans, and people can just contact each other if they want to meet up. Oh. Wow. Okay, here you can see our agenda. There are many activities organized by vegan captains, people who support our team by organizing activities. And as you can see there, in October there was an activity almost every day, and on some days even more than 4 or 5 events. So it has been a great success. Oh, and we also, here you see our online Facebook page with almost 7,000 likes by now, so that's pretty cool. But it didn't start as big as it is now. It looks very professional though, but it started as my dream. So I was a food blogger in 2010 because I have a dream that all animals, I mean human and non-human animals, can live together in peace. And I think this can be best achieved by eating tasty vegan food. So I was blogging about recipes people could use, but I think there's something more I could do to really convince people to try it more than just making one recipe. So I was inspired by the 21-Day Vegan Kickstart, which is an American program mostly focused on health. people go vegan for 21 days. And I thought about translating this into Dutch and putting it on my blog, and that people could just follow the program that way. But then I was leafleting out on the street with the Dutch Vegan Society, which we do sometimes, or did actually. And this was right before Easter, where we try to tell people like, hey, there are other options to eat with Easter than just eggs. Maybe you could try scrambled tofu or painting kiwis or whatever. So I was leafleting there, and I met Meerte, and I told her about my idea, and she said, oh, that sounds like a great plan. My girlfriend had the same idea, so I can bring you guys in touch, and we could work this out. So then I was together with Meerte and Lisa. Meerte is a dietitian, and Lisa is also a great food photographer. She really makes awesome food photos. And we had some vague ideas about what we wanted to do. We had some recipes, we had some food photos. Unfortunately, Lisa was not a good web designer as good as she is with food photography, so we had an ugly orange website. We had no logo to go from, and mainly we just had a lot of chatty Skype meetings because we really liked each other. So yeah, so far that was our plan, and then they were moving and I didn't have time anymore, and it all kind of dropped down to a 0 activity level. But then, half a year later, Veerle came into the picture. Veerle is the founder of Viva Las Vegas. Some of you may know it. I met her on a party, a Halloween party, and I told her about my idea, and she was like, oh, this is really a great idea. I think we can bring more people into the team and really make something out of this. Oh, I don't know why this is happening. Okay. So then there was the November rebirth, and Veerle brought together a big IT team, which was really necessary to build our website, and also Vera is our promotional queen. She posts on Facebook 3 times a day, and she does this for 2 years already. So, and we decided to get going. We set goals for ourselves. Because that was Veerle's idea. She was like, we really have to take a professional approach, so let's set goals. And I remember Lisa saying, I'll be happy if 1 person will attend the vegan challenge. And Meerte said, well, that's not so much. I'll be happy if 20 people or 25 people will attend the vegan challenge. My personal goal was 100 people attending the challenge and 75 people of those 100 going vegan. Veerle was at that point the dreamer in our team and said, no, at least 1,000. We can make it. We'll go for 1,000 people. So it was December, and we had decided that we would launch our website on the 1st of January. So we had a month to go, and we were all working our asses off during December. I think most of us didn't even see our family for Christmas that month. We had to meet up every week, and there was a lot of food photography to be done, a lot of website building to be done. I developed most of the recipes. And we wrote the newsletters. Yeah, it was working really hard for us. And then it was January 2013, and I can describe this month in 3 words only, and that's oh my god. We launched our website, and I remember being on holiday in San Francisco, and I didn't have access to Wi-Fi all the time, but I could check my phone like twice a day, the Wi-Fi, and I visited our website, and I was like, oh my god, another 50 new participants since this morning. This was really crazy. The counter was running up so high. And in December we had been thinking, okay, for the 100th participant we'll give away like a vegan gift box or something. We still had to do that. But we ended up with almost 2,000 participants in February. So this was a big compliment for our hard work. We were in local newspapers. We were going to be on television, but that got cancelled, unfortunately. We were in magazines and online magazines, and we were covered on blogs. So yeah, this was all pretty awesome. To measure the results of the vegan challenge, we send out questionnaires because it's very useful for us to know who actually attended and how did they change their behavior. So we do this after 1 week, after 3 months, and after 6 months. We ask for some demographics. And of course we're very curious to hear how did they hear from us, do they like the recipes and the activities, and do they have any additional feedback. And this is the funniest thing and also the hardest thing to read, because some people are really kind and are giving so much compliments. Oh, like, oh, you're doing such a good job, thank you so much for changing my life. And others are like, oh, your program is stupid, it has so much sugar in it, blah, 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 blah. So we usually read this feedback together as a team. I've put some graphs in my presentation as well. Here you see how people change. I'm not sure if you can read it all, but on the right side there are omnivores, and on the left side vegan. And you see a general shift, like the green is how the people ate before the vegan challenge, and then the pink is how they eat after the vegan challenge. So not everyone goes fully vegan. Some people go like flexi-vegan. And there are also omnivores attending who remain vegetarian after a vegan challenge. But overall, for everyone there is a shift to the left, or for everyone who fills in the questionnaire, I must say. Here you can see the ages of our participants. And you see our target group is mostly young people under 40 years. And our target group does not really contain many men. As you can see, this is a percentage of men who participate in the vegan challenge. So the results, overall we can say that 12% of the participants goes fully vegan. That means that there are already 700 new vegans now after 5 editions. And 25% becomes flexi-vegan. So that's 1,500 new flexi-vegans, or flexanists as we say in Dutch. Alright, so that's it about the vegan challenge and the results. I'd like to also give you some concrete advice, like if you have a great idea for changing the world, what can you do? I'd say aim high and dare to dream. You can see this in our project that it all got going really well when we started to dream and really aim high. And also set concrete goals and deadlines just to make it happen. Go for the looks. One important feature of the success of the vegan challenge is our beautiful website and the beautiful food photographs. Someone told me recently, like, oh, you guys really make it look sexy to go vegan. And I just want to go vegan because your website looks so nice. So yeah, go for the looks. And also dare to bluff, because we started out from nothing, but when we launched our website on the 1st of January, we really wrote to all these newspapers and blogs and magazines we were covered in, and just making ourselves look so big, and then they started to write about us. So I think that's also an important factor to do. Another one, and that's not so nice to hear, but it's hold on, because activism, it sounds really cool and exciting and all, but most of it actually is boring work late at night on your own behind a computer screen, just writing or building a website or making food photographs that take ages before you have the perfect look. So hold on. Also, make your own kind of music is one of my favorite songs, but it's also a very good piece of advice, because many people told me when I was working so hard on the vegan challenge, like, they told me, you are crazy, why are you doing this? No one wants to go vegan, or... But I believed in my own dream, and this is how it turned out. So I think it's very important to stick to your own values and dreams. And the last piece of advice is look into social psychology and communication science, because you're probably not with a big corporation who wants to change the world into a better place. So you have very few people, a limited amount of time. So the effort you do, you want to make that as successful as possible. And that's where social psychology and communication can help a lot. You don't really have to do a major, but there are also some good books you can read on the topic. I brought them with me, so you can look into them later. For example, Change of Heart is an awesome book, and Switch, they are general books about how behavioral change can be achieved. And also 2 books aimed at animal activism. So here you can see some of these good food photos I've been talking about the entire time. Yeah, like our tiramisu or blueberry pancakes, or yeah, vegan challenge is just very tasty. So this was my presentation. Are there any questions?